Okay, yes, so I quit my job to make YouTube videos. Let's get that out of the way, all right? And so I really wanted to just talk about it. Why do we even work in the first place? What's the whole point of making this money? What do we see at the end of the day? What are we trying to get to at the end of the day? Just trying to be happy, right? Don't we just want to be happy with our life and realize that what we've done is worth something, or we're happy with what we're doing in our life, or we're happy with the course that we're taking? Most of the time, we're not happy because why? We're stuck working at this place for 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. What can you do if you start work at 8 o'clock and you get off at 5? The whole day's gone. Everybody's doing stuff. People are doing shit, you know what I mean? People do stuff between that time. And they are happy because why? They have a job that they love, or they do something that they love. So like I said, I quit my job to make YouTube videos, and I have not had a bad day since. I'm telling you, it's so worth it. Just doing something else that makes you happy throughout the day. These YouTube videos actually give me a purpose. They give me a sense of joy, because talking to this camera makes me realize that I'm talking to you guys that are all gonna be watching this. You need to realize that your life is much more valuable than sitting inside an office or sitting inside a freaking McDonald's, or wasting your time just doing absolutely trivial stuff that makes no sense and it's not beneficial to our career, something that we love, right? You hear, that's my neighbor. They argue every day, and they both just hate their jobs. I tell you, I hear it all the time. My job's this, my job's that. And girl, clearly you must not be happy, or you must be happy with what you got, because you ain't making nothing different, right? But personally, I just absolutely could not stand the amount of time that I stayed there doing useless stuff that made nothing beneficial to me. Why was I working for somebody that I know doesn't give a shit about my well-being? They just want me to make money for them. I knew that was, at some point, that's just not going to continue to happen to make me happy. You can't do that. You guys, people think that job values you. Really think about it. You're only working there because you bring in money. Imagine if you weren't there. Imagine if everybody just said fuck their job for the day. Sure, if you have a job that you love and you make a good amount of money, but statistics show that about 60% of you don't like your job. Sorry. So the average salary for a 20 to 24-year-old is, I think it's 500 something bucks a week. And that's what, $1,000 after 2 weeks, or 1,300, 1,400? What? Who wants to waste their time doing that? I've lived that job. I literally did. I worked at a storage facility and I hated my job every single day. I hated my job. Every single day I went to work. I was not happy sitting there listening to my coworker complain about the same job that she's been at for 6 months. She was always talking about how the main manager makes her life horrible, and that it's freaking not worth her time, and that she can't stand doing it, but she hasn't quit. She doesn't do anything to leave the job. She just stays there and deals with it. Because why? Jobs want you to get stuck in their job and realize that you think that you can't live without $1,500 every 2 weeks. I'm telling you now, I never really saw any of it. I paid rent. I pay rent currently, so feeding myself, this whole mentality, oh, I can go buy this fast food now. I'm telling you guys, you know what I'm talking about. It's a waste of your time. You lose your money. You don't get anything further. You're at the same position. I'm literally in the same position as the people that are working every day. So this brings me back to why I quit my job. It was, honestly, it's kind of funny to talk about, because I don't know who my manager thought she was. So basically, I was working at a storage facility. I hated everything about it. I hated driving down 20 miles a day to work, and I wasted my time when I could have been doing something as valuable as this, something that makes a difference, that makes me feel good about doing something with my life, you know? Literally, I'm on my lunch break, and my manager decides to blow my phone up. That was the last messages I ever sent to this woman. I'm not gonna be mean, because energy comes back. And I sent one message back, and I was like, I'm on my lunch, what are you talking about? Da-da-da-da-da. And literally, I get blown up with 4 different text messages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 small text messages back. Can't you just send that in one message and get to the point, you know what I mean? But these people that hate their jobs and hate their life, they just want to make your life worse too. And I could tell that when I worked there, she absolutely hated me because I was happy. I tried my best to be happy throughout the day. I wouldn't sit there and listen to her bullshit tell a story about how the manager's making her life terrible, when in all reality, she's just making her life terrible because she has a terrible attitude about it, and she can't do anything to make a difference because she feels like she's stuck at this job. Most of you guys can relate, because honestly, it's such a BS story. I know I'm young and I can make these decisions and don't have bills and all that stuff, but no, I have bills, I have life that I run to. I just didn't waste my time and got comfortable with the bullshit, honestly. And so really, that was my main reason why I made this video, fuck your job. No, I'm not saying all that. If you make a good amount of money, yeah, and you're happy with it, keep doing it. That's awesome. That's a great thing. Not many people can say they do that. I don't know why that's such a hard thing to believe, that you love what you do. We're all supposed to have some bad story about how we hate our life, or we hate what we're doing. Bro, no. I know it sounds crazy, but what's gonna happen if you don't do anything? Really, like, think about it. What's the possible options? If you stay there and you know that you hate it, what's gonna continue to happen? I don't want to sound like I'm making fun of you guys, but like seriously, what is the reason why? Because the more you realize that you don't like what you're doing, or the more you just continue to stay there, you're just gonna continue to getting the same results. You keep doing the same things over and over again and realize, like, what am I doing? Why am I still here? Like, I promise you, you're wasting your time. You have so much youth right now that we can change our lives completely. So let's do it. Just listen to this.